Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I created this look right here. I kind of wanted to create a look that was neutral, yet had a little bit of color incorporated as well. So I kind of gravitated towards the Urban Decay Nocturnal eyeshadow palette. And when I opened it up, I immediately gravitated towards the lounge color here. Super similar to MAC's Blue Brown eyeshadow, and I love it. So that's what I mainly used as the star of the show today. I really like it. However, I am grabbing shadows from different palettes, which I will mention and also, of course, leave down below. And yeah, so just bear with me. I also wanted to speed things up a little bit, so I did do my eyebrows prior to filming and my eyes as well. I have them ready and primed, ready to go. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you kind of, want to see how I got this makeup look, then please keep watching. All right, I'm going to be taking MAC's eyeshadow in Soft Brown, and this is what I'm going to use as my transition color. So I'm just going to take a nice fluffy brush, and I'm just going to blend that right into the crease, and I'm just going to kind of start at the end of my brow bone, and I'm just going to kind of windshield wiper, and I'm just going to keep on blending and just kind of feather it out towards the inner part of my eye. Kind of just going back and forth, back and forth. All right. So that's kind of what I have left with, or what I'm working with. Then I'm actually going to pick up the Master Palette by Mario Anastasia collab. And I'm going to actually pick up the shade Violeta from this palette right here. I'm going to take a really small dome crease brush. This one's by NYX. And I'm just going to pick up a little of that color and flick off any excess, because I don't want to, put too much down and it just be like, bam. I'm gonna work really slowly, and then I'm just gonna fit it right in to like that the crease. Slow windshield wiper motions again into the crease. I'm kind of picking up a little bit more color as I go as well. I just kind of I want it nice and dark, and I really want be nice and crisp. Take that same brush that I used to apply the soft brown with, and I'm basically going to just diffuse out the Violeta with the soft brown, and just kind of make sure that the soft brown isn't hidden too much by the Violeta. We still kind of want a peak of that color, so just taking a little bit of that to blend it out. Then I'm going to take a clean blending brush, and then I'm just going to go ahead and really diffuse the Violeta, making the shape just really blend out into the crease. Kind of doing a nice fade. And I kind of feel like I need a little bit more right in this area here. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit more on my dome crease brush, and I'm just going to press it in there. That's kind of what I've got going on. Then again, I'm going to take that clean blending brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and lightly buff it. Kind of looks like I'm pressing really hard, but I'm actually holding my brush really low on the handle. So you're using a little bit less pressure, and then you're just going to blend it out really soft. So you get a nice gradient, diffused look. I'm pretty happy so far. I'm pretty happy. I am pretty happy with that. Okay. Next, I'm going to take a small detailer brush, and I'm going to take a little concealer. I'm using the Naked Skin, their Weightless concealer. I love this guy. Mine is in light warm, and I'm just going to actually take a little bit of the product right off the applicator wand. This will just kind of help with, I don't want to use the actual applicator brush and get too much product. So I'm just going to carve out my eye now. And this is going to give us a really sharp cut crease, I guess. Not that I'm really going for a really precise cut crease, but just to give us a nice edge. All right. I'm digging it. All right. So the next that I'm going to do is pick up MAC's eyeshadow called Orb. And I'm going to use just a plain brush. Nothing's on it. I usually use this brush to set my under eyes, but I'm just going to use it today to set that concealer because I obviously do not want it to crease. So we're just going to apply a little bit of Orb all over the lid. I'm going to be dipping into Urban Decay's Nocturnal eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to be taking the color Lounge from this palette. I feel like Lounge really reminds me of MAC's Blue Brown eyeshadow, and I love the fact that it's like a bluey mint but green at the same time, you know? So that's the color I'm going to pick up. Just taking a flat shader brush, I'm going to dip in there, and we're just going to apply this all over the lid. Ooh, I love this color. Now I also have this shadow from Colorpop. I've had it in my collection for a while. It's looking really blue on camera, but when I hold it, it's purple. So I don't know, it's like that funky funkerson. Anyways, this is a metallic shadow and it's called Rex. And I think I'm just going to be taking my finger actually and dipping into the product. And I'm just going to tap it right on the center of the lid. If it will show. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's a little blue. Do you see that? Do you see that? Ooh. Okay. I don't want too much because I kind of like the green aspect of the blue brown, but I'm just gonna tap it on the center. Oh, I'm loving that. Just a little peak of color. Okay, I really like that. All right, I'm gonna actually take the shade Violeta once more, and I'm gonna take a smaller detailer brush just to really get into the crease and have it nicely carved, because I kind of feel like once I laid that color down, it kind of disappeared a little bit. So I'm just gonna build up the color. Gonna just pick up a little bit more of soft brown. Just to blend out the edge. I'm really liking that. All right. Next, I'm going to be using the color Delete from the Nocturnal palette. It is a really nice dark brown. It's not as warm as Violeta is, but it is definitely a nice deep dark brown. And I really want to deepen up the outer V of the eye, so that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to kind of create that shape. Oh, I followed like all over my nose. We will clean it up later. Nice. Okay. Again, I'm going to take a clean shader brush and I'm just going to buff out those edges so there's nothing harsh. That delete color is just like traveling. Like it went high, but that's okay. Ooh. All right, so I'm gonna be taking the Razor Sharp liquid liner from Urban Decay in black. And then I'm gonna be using my Maybelline Eyeshadow Gel Eyeliner as well. I personally really like the wand in this to create that nice flick, but I like the gel all over because it is a nice, it's easy to work with for me. I'm used to the gel, and also just because I find this one from Urban kind of has a little bit of a shiny finish to it, and I like the matte finish. So I'm going to create the flick with the Razor Sharp, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the rest with my gel. Liner just makes such a big difference. Oh, that's crazy. I really wasn't going to line, but I decided to do it. Yes. I'm going to stop right there before I keep continuing going over my liner, and then I feel like when I do that, I just kind of, I don't stop. I just don't stop. All right. I'm also going to take a little bit more of the Lounge from the Nocturnal palette. I'm just going to basically just make those touch-ups. Then from the Nocturnal palette, I'm actually going to take the color, the shade called Blackout. It is their black eyeshadow. And another detailer brush, and I'm just going to add a little bit of black in the outer V, but very, very tightly in there. And I'm going to blend it a little bit more. Kind of give it a little flick up so it kind of connects, you know? Then I actually have here my BECCA highlighter. I'm going to use this to highlight the inner tear duct. I kind of want a nice color pop in there to really brighten things up. Since the eyeshadow is pretty dark, I'm just going to take a little bit of that and just kind of highlight in there. Kind of connect it. And I had the orb under the brow bone, so I'm just going to add a little bit more of the orb. And then just a small amount, whatever is kind of left on my brush, of the BECCA, and I'm just going to put it under the brow bone. I don't always highlight under there, but I kind of figured, why not? So that's kind of what I have right now. Next, I'm going to add some lashes, and I am wearing these lashes here. I've chosen, I actually get these from work. They're the brand QUO. I get them from my local drug mart, and I work in the boutique there, and that's where I get these lashes. They are so similar though to Ardell Demi Wispies. That's what these remind me of, and I like them because they're so easy to work with. Like if I can just show you, if it's gonna, yeah, like the band is just like invisible. It's so easy to work with. They are really good. If you're just getting into wearing eyelashes, I recommend these because they're just awesome. And I did take a little notch off. I usually cut my lashes no matter what, because I just think that it looks a little bit better for me anyways. So I do like to do that. So I'm just gonna clip my hair, or sorry, my bangs back out of the way because it drives me insane. And I already primed with my Smashbox primer. I'm making a little foundation cocktail. I'm mixing my Clarins foundation. This is the Skin Illusion foundation in 105 Nude. And I'm also going to mix a little bit of the Infallible Pro Glow in 204 Natural Buff. I did self-tan, but I'm not a huge self-tanning person. Like, I don't normally self-tan, so I don't really want to go too cray-cray with trying to matchy match. I'm going to add a little bit of darkness. I'm going to be taking my Naked Skin Weightless Concealer. I love this stuff, especially for my under eyes. I think it's a really nice foundation, or sorry, concealer for the under eyes. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to make a little bit under the eye. Try to get nice and close to your wing there. Next, I'm going to be taking my Laura Mercier Under Eye Brightening Powder. I love this stuff. It really smooths your under eyes and keeps everything looking nice. I have a flat tipped sponge that I use to get right up under there. This is by NYX, and it is in the shade 08. And I actually use this to contour. I like to cream contour a bit, so I'm going to add 1 to 3 dots. Like that, and that's all I usually put down because this can get pretty, you can go overboard pretty quick there. So I'm going to take that foundation brush, and it's okay if there's a little bit of product on it, we'll work that. And this looks scary at first, I know, and it's like, oh my god, it's such a harsh line. But I promise you, as soon as I blend it out with my Beauty Blender, it's such a nice, natural looking glow. So I don't know, I'm really into this. So I'm going to take my Beauty Blender and we're going to blend it out. Too Faced bronzer. This is the Milk Chocolate Soleil, the light medium. And I'm going to take a big fluffy brush. This one's from NYX. I love this brush. It's one of my favorite brushes. And I'm just going to swirl it in. And I'm going to go right in there, and I'm going to actually set that bronzer. So you do amplify it a little bit, but I don't like it to be too heavy. What I'm going to do is I am going to take my bronzer from Milani, and I went a little lighter with my Too Faced than I typically do, but that's because I want to use this in conjunction, and this is such a nice baked highlighter. Has that nice gold added in there as well, and I'm just going to use the same brush, and I'm just going to kind of put it a little bit on the cheeks, apples of the cheeks, and I'm going to work my way back down the nose, and then just kind of add a little bit of a glow. I'm not going to be using blush today because I kind of just want the emphasis to be on the eyes, and that's why I decided to use that today. Next, I'm going to highlight the tops of the cheeks. I used BECCA's highlight in Opal. I really like this, and also because I use this in the inner eye. So I'm going to take this brush. I love this brush. It's actually a contour brush from Real Techniques, but I actually like to use this as my highlight brush. So I'm just going to take a little up above the brow just for some emphasis. Then I'm going to take my finger so I have a little bit more control, put it at the tip of my nose, and then a little down the bridge as well. Okay, so then what I'm going to actually do is take my Laura Mercier, oh my god, look at my bangs, my Laura Mercier Invisible Loose Powder. This is their setting powder, and I'm going to take that on a duo fiber, and I'm just going to blend that in just to kind of create a nice setting effect without adding too much more product to my face. Then I'm going to be taking my Nocturnal palette again from Urban Decay, and I'm going to add a little bit of color on my lower lash line just to kind of even out everything. And then I'm going to take that dark brown shade called Delete that we use in our outer V, And I'm gonna take a little of that and I'm gonna actually apply it right at the ends there. I'm gonna be taking my eyeliner from MAC. This is Costa Riche. I just think this would be really pretty to tie in this look. I'm gonna put it right in the waterline. Then I'm gonna set my skin with the All Nighter from Urban Decay. So this is the look, guys, and I hope you liked it. This was a really like last minute look. I just kind of threw everything together, but I actually really enjoy it. It's definitely a lot more smoky than I kind of thought it was going to end up looking, but that's okay. I really like it. So I hope you guys also liked it. If you stopped by and you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thumbs up, leave me some comments, some video suggestions I would appreciate. I'm always kind of wondering like, what should I make next? So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks.